now for something a little bit different. If you are subscribed to me, which that would be great if you are, or if you're just viewing this video, people that traditionally subscribe to me are interested in tech. Well, one genre of tech they're interested in is dumpster diving, curb pickups, and just donations. Well, this is sort of an interesting one. This PC, and if you're part of the PC group that I am, you've already seen pictures of it, was, well, donated to me. I don't know much about it. I opened up the case and there seems to be a hard drive, and a motherboard and stuff, so I haven't turned it on, so I don't know if it works. It was free. It has, 3.5 inch floppy drive, one CDRW burner, and I've hooked up the video, and the monitor is over here, but I have not hooked up the power, because I don't know if with this power button, if it's an on-off, or like, you know, you turn it on, and then plug in, it's perpetually on, so I'm going to plug it in and see what catches fire. So, it's plugged in. I actually need to turn the power strip on. Power strip is on. And power. So it powers on. Let's see if there's any video. Whoop. So dark. Okay, so it has Windows XP. How can I do the brightness? So it keeps... There's probably a password on it. Sorry for the lighting. The screen is really hard to see. So let's drive into Jake. And actually, I'm going to pause it. So as you can see, the activity light is still going, but it's still loading. Wow. So actually I'm going to sit on the chair. Okay, wow. So this, wow, this is, this must have been in storage. This is like, okay, hold on. I need to like image this hard drive. This is like 2001 in a nutshell. Yahoo Messenger, iTunes, Firefox 1, AV Rack, Kazaa. Wow. I'll have to do more looking into this. This is perfect. Wow. So, I was thinking, before I blow away this, the viruses and whatnot, I'm gonna go and check the task manager and see what processes we have running. iTunes, all this stuff, yeah, there's a lot of viruses. Okay. I think I'll save the personal file, not personal, but you know, I'll save the programs installed. This is like I said, the cliche early 2000s computer. Incidentally, inside it, I'll pause and I'll show you. Since it took so long for it to start up, I didn't really wait for the drive to be pulled, because I presumed the drive didn't work, the CD drive. So, upon letting it sit for a little while, an interesting installer popped up. I don't know if you could read that. Windows Pro, Windows XP Pro, SP1 OEM. So yeah, it's like they left it inside the disk drive. So I don't know. I'll see what install it is. Now I do have a Surface Pack 3 install of Windows XP that I can install. Oh, one more thing. The hard drive, I guess, is an 80 gigabyte, which is actually not that bad. So I'm going to not trip over this stuff. Install Malwarebytes. Whoop. And can see what it catches. Accept, next, install. So it's installing. So I'm going to enable the free trial to see what the real-time catches. That's, you know, whatever's running in the background. If it'll start. And look at if it'll focus. I don't know. There you go. So we have mbam running there. Let's see what we have. We have Malwarebytes, AOL, Messenger, oh look, there's even MySpace Messenger. And then we have network connection, Wi-Fi, something called port. Let's see if it'll show up. Anyway, it's like Port Master from AOL. Yeah, Port Magic. And then we have Bongo and McAfee. Show that. And I'm going to do fix now system to run a scan. It can't update, so I'm going to do skip update and just go and do a flash scan. So I'll pause it and come back when it finishes. So the scan finished, and here's what it found: 93 malicious, 19 potentially unwanted. If we scroll down, adware. Let's see. Trojans, adware. A bunch of Trojans. Oh. And a rootkit. Lovely. Well, as it was scanning, the desktop flashed and refreshed. I know it's back at our default. I think it's called like Paradise or something. The default XP wallpaper. Oh, no, that's Wi-Fi. But on the upside, where's the scan? There we are, UGDS. It's found 51. It's on 51 items. Yeah. Since everyone was wondering, it's kind of slow. Start menu, and let's see what type of CPU it has. Come on. If it shows the person's name, I won't show that part, so I'll just wait for it to pop up. Because I want to, you know, protect their identity or whatever. Loading. And let's see if I can get this. I can always blur up their name. It is, come on. It is an AMD. Come on. Athlon. Probably 64. 1.5 gigahertz, and 512 megabytes of RAM. So here's what I'm going to put in here. I'm going to put a Sound Blaster Live, and this, there's no video or ATI, I think it's 128 megabyte or 256, and 1.5 gigabytes of RAM. So, pretty much change of plans, sort of, with the computer, and I'll come over and show you. Here's the old custom computer. What's occurred is that, I don't know if you can see down here, I'll get a flashlight or something. What's occurred is that since this GPU is AGP, which no one makes anything over about 32 megabytes for this computer is pretty much worthless. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the case, swap out the power supply and motherboard for the power supply and motherboard in my old desktop. But first I need to turn this on to copy files over, because I haven't turned this on in about, since I think 2008. So I plugged in the the keyboard, mouse, it's PS2, power, VGA. It does have USB, but I'm choosing to use PS2 right now. So let's turn it on. And power button is not lighting up, but okay, we have video. So I think it has Windows Vista. Thing is, it'll take a really long time for it to boot, if you can find the hard drive, because it has 1 gigabyte of RAM. Let's try this again. I guess the SATA cable was unplugged. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to actually pause the video and wait for it to turn on. Since this is Windows Vista, it'll take like 5 minutes. Okay, well here we are. My desktop's circa 2007. We have Steam, Simcopter, all this other fun stuff. And actually, if we go over to personalize. This is hard because I'm looking through the viewfinder of the phone. Let's see. Display settings. It's currently at, so it has a Enforce 430, which isn't really the best graphics card, but for what we're doing, it'll be fine. So I'm going to copy some files, and then we're going to swap the motherboard and hard drive. Okay, so it's still a work in progress, but I hooked up the, swapped out the motherboard. I'll do a better picture later. And then I hooked up all the wires. I did sort of cheat, because I tested to see if the power button would work. It didn't even get past the BIOS because I unplugged it. So I don't even know if it'll boot. So I'm going to press the power button. There's no hard drive lights or anything. What I'm currently doing, okay, so let's see if it boots the hard drive. it frozen or is it? Let's see. I may have to change the cable ordering on the drives. So the drive still opens. Let's see. Keyboard works. So I'm going to go into the boot menu once it loads and see if we'll see if the hard drive is detected. I may have to switch the cable. So I had to change the cable order, and now I'm going to go and do start Windows normally, because I guess I didn't start up normally last time. I think I pulled the plug. Come on. It doesn't seem to want to boot. Hold on. So I reset the BIOS with failsafe options, because maybe there was an option from the old configuration that's keeping it from booting. Now I'm going to go into safe mode. Could not boot because the file is missing or corrupt. So I changed the cable position again. So something is causing it to blue screen and restart. So I finally got the disk drive, the CD drive, to be recognized by BIOS by changing some jumpers. And now I'm taking the Windows install CD that was left in the drive, and I'm going to do a repair install. We'll see how that goes. Okay, here we go, finally. So, I had to reconfigure jumpers so that it would set the hard drive as the master and the white CD RW as the slave optical. This drive, the black guy, is currently a filler piece because I need to get an IDE cable and a power splitter that will work for this So currently this is the only working one. So then I took the Service Pack 2 CD, I think, and I put it in, and I did install, and I detected the previous install, and I did a repair install. So currently it's copying the files to then repair it. Hopefully it works. Well, we are closer. I did the repair install, it finished, it listed what files need to be replaced. The mup.sys was one of the files that it had replaced. It was one of the files that halts on. And now it's saying it's preparing to install, and it's saying it's about 39 minutes until it finishes. So we'll see. I chose to do a repair install, so it should keep the files and programs, hopefully. So, where we last left it, I was trying to reinstall Windows XP. And it had finished with the repair install, and it just booted back up. So now, what I've done is it is probably too dark to see, I've added the AMD 64 Live processor sticker. Push it, it turns on. Go over to the screen. Move that out of the way. What I've done is I upgraded, what I did, and I kind of said this in the other part, was I swapped the motherboard. But I kept the hard drive. So, I replaced the GPU with a NVIDIA GeForce 7300 LE that has 256 megabytes of VRAM. Then, I upped the RAM to 3 gigabytes, and I cleaned out some of the junk, and now it actually boots surprisingly fast. And yeah, it still has McAfee. Because, I mean, I still want to keep the, sort of early 2000s feel to it, but I installed, Doom 3 and Prey. First I'm gonna try Doom 3. Yeah, see, that's the error, and I deleted all the printers, so I have no idea. It's obviously something to do with print spool. Maybe it's to do with a virus. I think some rootkits attached to the printer service. I don't know entirely. I have to look that up. Okay, so basically what I did was this had a copy of Doom 3, but it was a crappy copy that was torrented back in like 2005. So it was like when Doom 3 came out in 2004, right? So this computer is around 2005, 2006, 7-ish. So it would have a torrented copy of this. Well, whenever I'd start it, it would fail. Because it was like a partial download or something, or a partial rip, I don't know. So I took my legitimate copy, which is down there, and then I installed it. I haven't done the no CD patch yet, which is legitimate if you own it, because it's basically doing the same as the Steam. So hold on, I need to switch hands. I also got the audio back working. I tried to install an Sound Blaster Live 5.1 card. It didn't seem to work, so I just used the default audio. I found the drivers. That might be too loud.
Largest corporate entity in existence. Originally focused on weapon and defense contracts, new ventures have expanded into biological research, space exploration, and other scientific endeavors.
Incoming transport detected.
So this is playing on high graphics level. And for something that has 256 megabytes of RAM, I mean GPU RAM, VRAM actually, it's not that bad.
Welcome to Mars. All new arrivals need to check in at reception.
Welcome to Mars City, Union Aerospace's premier research facility. To access your process,
So I mean, this would
please
pretty much
proceed
be
to reception.
how
Welcome to Mars.
people would play this in like 2007, 2005.
I'm gonna need you to step on one of those red squares on the floor for a bioscan. This will only take a second.
So I mean,
Okay, let me get this started.
if you want to see a Let's Play, I'll do a Let's Play, but this is like, just mostly showing that it'll run.
Looking around when the test take long. Alright, bioscan looks good. You're cleared for entry.
The reason why there's some jittering,
This facility serves as the central hub.
the reason why there's...
Mars. First time? You can just
Sorry, I can't talk over this game. Okay. The reason why there's some FPS jittering is because my monitor is actually an 80 hertz monitor that I'm running in 75 hertz mode. So even if it's getting 65 frames per second, it's going to look a little bit choppy. So yeah, this is where we are right now. I might do some more fine-tuning, but so far, it's a pretty good retro... Oh, not retro, because it's 2005-ish to 2008, so it's not really that retro. So yeah, I'll see if I can get San Andreas to run on it.